From the Life Application Study Bible. Hospitality is an art. Making sure a guest is welcomed, warmed, and well-fed requires creativity, organization, and teamwork. Their ability to accomplish these goals makes Mary and her sister Martha one of the best hospitality teams in the Bible. Their frequent guest was Jesus Christ. For Mary, hospitality meant giving more attention to the guest himself than to his needs. She would rather listen than cook. She was more interested in her guest's words than in the cleanliness of her home or the timeliness of her meals. She let her older sister Martha take care of those details. Mary's approach to events shows her to be mainly a responder. She did little preparation. Her role was participation. Unlike her sister, who had to learn that there are times to stop and listen, it is possible that Mary needed to learn that action is often appropriate and necessary. We first meet Mary during a visit Jesus paid to her home. She simply sat at his feet and listened. When Martha became irritated at her sister's lack of help, Jesus stated that Martha's choice to enjoy his company was the most appropriate response at the time. Our last glimpse of Mary shows her to have become a woman of thoughtful and worshipful action. Again, she was at Jesus' feet, this time washing them with perfume and wiping them with her hair. She seemed to understand, better even than the disciples, why Jesus was going to die. Jesus said her act of worship would be told everywhere, along with the gospel, as an example of costly service. What kind of hospitality does Jesus receive from you? Are you so busy planning and running your life that you neglect precious time with him? Or do you respond to him by listening to his word and then finding ways to worship him? That is the kind of hospitality Jesus longs for. Some of Mary's strengths and accomplishments. She's perhaps the only person who understood and accepted Jesus' coming death, taking time to anoint his body while he was still living. She learned when to listen and when to act. Mary was present when Jesus raised her brother Lazarus from the dead. Some of the lessons from Mary's life. The busyness of serving God can become a barrier to knowing him personally. Small acts of obedience and service have widespread effects. Some key verses involving Mary. When she poured this perfume on my body, she did it to prepare me for burial. Truly I tell you, whenever this gospel is preached throughout the world, what she has done will also be told in memory of her. From Matthew chapter 26, verses 12 through 13.